It's clear that Pyramid Head's existence in Silent Hill: Homecoming is influenced by the Silent Hill film. They were released close together, and it's a typical marketing ploy to advertise both projects by having them relate. Further, Pyramid Head is himself in the film because he is the most famous staple of the series. Newcomers would almost expect to see him. But unlike many other appearances made by Pyramid Head, this one actually makes a great deal of sense once it's explored in further depth. The appearance of the character in the game is changed solely to match the appearance of the Pyramid Head in the film, and those changes, unfortunately, were made due to the limitations of reality. There's only so much you can do on a budget creating a real costume. But as a whole, he still embodies many of the same ideas, the heavy weight of guilt and his role as judge. Pyramid Head first appears in a dream Alex has of Alchemilla Hospital in the beginning of the game. He's implied to have been the one who killed the doctor in that scene. Later, he appears again in the hotel, seen briefly by Alex before leaving. Then he appears to kill Alex's father, before possibly appearing a final time in one of the endings. So what does it all mean? In Alex's dream, he's tied to a gurney being wheeled down a hallway. He looks through passing doors and sees terrible things happening to children. One is thrown down a hole, the other strangled, another cut to pieces. With the context of the plot, it's clear these three are the children chosen as sacrifices by their parents, which immediately is a vital clue to why Alex is tied to a gurney and being wheeled to a similar fate, because he too is a chosen sacrifice. The doctor wheeling him represents his father, which is why he is split in half by Pyramid Head, just as Alex's father will be later in the game. This is our first clue. Alex is the actual sacrifice, not Joshua. Before Alex can be sacrificed on the gurney, he sees the doctor killed by a monster. It connects to the fact that Alex wasn't killed, his unconscious mind explaining the events that happened previous in a way that won't break his currently fragile psyche. At the end of the dream, he appears again, attacking Alex in the elevator and shocking him into waking. This is the only instance in the entire game in which Pyramid Head will react to Alex in any way. After this, every time they meet, he will ignore Alex completely. This dream is not reality. It's Alex's subconscious, trying to process the trauma he's been through. It explains quite a few things about the events leading up to the game, and the fact that Pyramid Head appears but we don't see him in full. Like a dream, the hospital is full of nightmarish, half-explained visions, with correlations to the real world through symbolism. Through this dream, Alex is starting to process his stay at the hospital, the behaviors of the families in Shepherd's Glen, and the loss of his brother. But why is Pyramid Head the monster that appears? He shows up again in the Grand Hotel, not long before Alex finds the first of the family heads, and the first of the monster bosses, the embodiment of the suffering of the sacrificed children, though he doesn't know it yet. There's a few notable things about this level. For one, it's in Silent Hill. Alex fell unconscious before arriving here, and he'll fall unconscious again at other points in the game, drifting in and out of sleep and dream worlds, traveling through reality as he does. It was finding the broken watch in the Bartlett Mausoleum that started this dream, in Shepherd's Glen. The Grand Hotel is in Silent Hill, a place the denizens of Shepherd's Glen are terrified to go to. Alex saw Sam Bartlett in the graveyard in Shepherd's Glen shortly before passing out and waking up in Silent Hill, where he finds Bartlett in the hotel. What's going on? Bartlett, like many before him, has likely passed through the veil and become imprisoned in Silent Hill itself, though it likely happened when he was in Shepherd's Glen. Homecoming is the story of a war between two towns, and Silent Hill has slipped through, grabbing Bartlett. Alex slips between the two worlds, the dream of Silent Hill and the reality of Shepherd's Glen. Once again, in the Grand Hotel, During his dream, he sees Pyramid Head. The monster moves on after lingering to examine Alex for only a moment, followed by trails of disgusting bugs. Interesting enough, these bugs can often be followed through the levels, and they lead the player in the right direction, as if Pyramid Head is guiding Alex as to where to go. Alex will again pass out and reawaken on the boat ride to Silent Hill. He's knocked into the water and washed ashore. There's so many transitions between sleep and awakening, between reality and dream. What is real or isn't real is very blurred for Alex Shepard, and it's at its blurriest when he arrives in Silent Hill. He never simply enters the town. He awakens there. From the first drive-in, to passing out in the mausoleum, to awakening on the shores of Toluca Lake, Alex never enters Silent Hill consciously. And the Silent Hill he enters doesn't match any town we've seen before or since. Locations are out of place, and travel between them make little sense. At the end of the prison level, Alex walks out into a long, hellish path leading to an enormous church. It looks less like a city street and more like something from Dante's Inferno. It's a dream. Everything in Silent Hill is Alex's dream, including Pyramid Head. It's here in this strange, out-of-place church that Alex sees Pyramid Head again. Here, Pyramid Head kills Alex's father after they have their heart-to-heart. Then the monster leaves, having accomplished his reason for existence. What is that reason? In Shepherd's Glen, there are 4 children chosen for sacrifice, betrayed by their family and killed in brutal ways. Silent Hill allows them a chance at revenge. Each one becomes a tormented lost soul, transformed into a monster reflecting their suffering. Each then targets the parent who betrayed them and kills them. Alex happens to be around each time, in a dream-like state, a place outside of reality, in the other world, and a strange version of Silent Hill Alex only sees in dreams. As the 4th intended victim, he has a monster of his own, though it's different from the others. Still being alive, the monster is inside him, a phantom, a boogeyman he calls from his subconscious mind to face the things he'd rather not face, a creature that only exists in his dreams. Pyramid Head is Alex's monster, and he does exactly what the other monsters do, kills the parent responsible for Alex's suffering. Then he leaves, and in the happy endings, is never seen again. In the worst ending, where Alex is unable to forgive his parents, and even refuses to help other people by not saving Wheeler, he awakens trapped in a chair, being transformed by 2 monsters into another version of Pyramid Head, his own monster. Like the murdered children, he becomes a monster, unable to move on. And who can really blame him? When you consider the amount of time that passes when these events happen, Alex might be one of the most traumatized characters in Silent Hill. Much like Eddie, driven by trauma to become a monster, Alex too can possibly be too tormented by the past to let go and move on. And in that case, Silent Hill takes him. But why is Pyramid Head Alex's monster? In other cases, the method of death informed the creature's design for the 3 children. But Alex never died. He survived and was able to find the truth and pass judgment on the members of the families. He meets each parent and condemns them for their crime, forcing them to face what they've done by bringing the memories to the fore, which summons the children monsters. Alex acts as the judge and executioner of these parents, just as Pyramid Head has. And if you consider previous videos I've done on Homecoming, it's a lovely thought to think that the judge who condemned Mary's murderer might have been the same one to condemn Alex's abusers as well. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this week's Silent Hill Symbolism. I'm very excited to announce that we have our first ever sponsor. For the next month, we're going to be sponsored by Christian Nava, a best-selling author on Amazon, who has recently published for the first time in English his book, Skeletons in the Rain. Skeletons in the Rain is a fast-paced, pulse-pounding thriller about a former priest who has to uncover the secret identity of a deadly gang leader while confronting his own past. After the death of someone he loved very much, local priest Ishmael Neighbor has vowed to leave the accursed town of San Isidro for good. But the Skulls, a dangerous gang, and their leader, the Mime King, have other plans for him. They stalk him day and night, asking the same terrifying question: who? Desperate to escape, the priest soon realizes he needs the help of an old friend who he hasn't spoken to in years, Abraham Perez, the chief of police. The problem is that Ishmael and Abe share more than a broken friendship. A dark secret lies between them, a secret that could get everyone they care about killed. This book is available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback formats in Spanish and English. And if you'd like the chance to get a free copy, you can email the author and request a copy in return for a review. And I'll definitely be giving my own review when I receive my copy and tear through it very soon. Thank you so much for the support. I'm very excited to check it out and very thankful for your choice to advertise it here on the channel and support the channel as well.